That's it. First round of the World Cup qualifiers, at least on the European side, are over. We're heading to second round. There's going to be a window in August and then November and then February, right?
More or less.
More or less. And then the World Cup is next year, 2027 summer. And there are some teams in trouble, including our own nation.
All the main teams basically made it to the second stage, but the position for some teams is shocking, I would say.
Who's the most shocking to you? Like, you see this, maybe we'll put this on the screen as well. You see these standings going into second round. There's 4 groups. 3 of these teams of each group will advance. So 3 best teams from all these 4 groups will advance.
Hey, if you want to put this way, if the World Cup qualifiers finished today, there is no Giannis in FIBA World Cup, no Luka Doncic in FIBA World Cup. 2 of the 3 biggest European stars that we have worldwide. You can consider Matas Buzelis also exciting player. I'm not sure how exciting he is actually for the outsiders, but still, we're missing some NBA talent over there. And to me, it's kind of shocking. Although out of all these situations, I think that Greece will qualify anyways. I mean, Vasilis Panoulis was mad. Obviously, you're mad if you're losing to Romania. And Portugal in double digits and at home. I mean, that's a disaster. Obviously, when you check their roster, you kind of can feel...
You could have expected that. We did a little episode previewing the best rosters, and we said Greece is underwhelming in their selection, and a lot of Greek guys, there's not many Greek players playing in the EuroLeague already. The Greek teams, they're powered by... imports mostly. And the best Greek players, when you don't have those, and I'm not talking about Giannis. Giannis is like, your main guy. You have him for the main tournaments. But here, at least if you had like, I don't know, even...
Hey, but they didn't have Tyler Dorsey, for
instance.
No
Lucas,
no Slukas.
A lot of
no
players.
Mitoglu, I think, yeah.
I don't think Rokovopoulos was there. Nobody was there.
Injured, yeah.
So essentially, you were missing a lot of guys, and you got now yourself from being 3-1 and potentially 4-2 or 5-1, taking these easier games on paper and having good chances to advance. Now you're still in a bit of a troubling situation because now you're playing these other teams like Spain, right? Like who didn't play?
They're gonna play Spain, Ukraine, and Georgia.
Yeah,
and like
all of them can be dangerous, I would say.
That's true,
Except
but
for Georgia.
The good thing is that, I mean, at least Panoulis said that everyone will show up for the next window in August. So that means also Giannis Antetokounmpo as well. And they're playing Ukraine and Spain with their best players. During the season, they're going to play Georgia twice, Ukraine, and I think Spain once. But the thing is that Georgia won't have Sandro Mamukelashvili and Bitadze. Nah, Shingeli is always present.
He's always present.
He might play somewhere in, I don't know, Madrid or Cape Verde on Friday and then go to Georgia on Saturday.
Already.
He's that guy.
You're right. But the other two, the
They're
NBA
important.
players, yeah.
And Ukraine won't have Svi Mikhailuk.
Which is the whole team in some sense.
Half of the team. So... I mean, with the EuroLeague players, and I think that Greece will be able to get all the major EuroLeague players, they should get those wins. They should get those victories and still qualify.
And in this next window with Giannis, you think they're just going to beat Spain, right?
They have to. Yeah,
they have to. They do have to, yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, now I'm putting all these scenarios. Oh, look, Ukraine won't have Svi Mikhailuk. Georgia won't have Sandro Mamukelashvili and Bitadze. It's so stupid. This system is so stupid.
Yeah.
Some teams have advantage just because the best players aren't available for the majority of the windows. Yeah. So you can say that, hey, these windows, they can help, they balance the competition. No, it's not true. Teams like Slovenia, they will probably miss the World Cup because Luka,
that's where we can go next. Yeah.
Because Luka, who is the guy who's always present. Okay, this summer he's not because of family matters. But he's always present. He's the superstar that you wish to have, or like Dirk Nowitzki, always present no matter what. And he's not able to help his national team for the majority of the qualifiers. And that's why we might have Slovenia out of the competition once again, just like it happened 9 years ago.
And it's a team that's super dependent on Luka. They came into this last few games in the first round with the 3-1 record, where it seemed like they're in a favorable spot, just like Greece. But then they lose 2 games, first to Estonia by 31 points, and then they lose against Sweden by 9 points, and now they're playing next France, which is going to be deep regardless of who's playing there.
Exactly.
And that's the first game in August, and hopefully they'll have Luka for that one.
Even with Luka, to beat France, it's not giving it at all.
Slovenia, the good Slovenian core that was around Luka back in like 2021 or so, that's gone now. 2017, for example, that's gone now. We see that now that team is just about Luka. Then they're playing Hungary also in that same August window, and then Finland, Hungary, Slovenia, France, Finland.
Yeah.
So essentially 2 games against France and two games against Finland, and the 1 game against France you'll play without Luka, which are going to be tough games because the Finnish roster will only not have probably Markkanen.
Yeah.
And the rest of that team
only
has
Markkanen, by the way, but still.
No, as in like compared to other teams, like this team still has that core.
They're more balanced without Markkanen than Slovenia without Luka.
Yeah, exactly. That's correct.
It's crazy.
So for Slovenia, it's a very tough task at hand because they are tied now with 3 wins, 3 losses with 4 other teams. They still have everything in their own hands, but only one of these teams will advance.
Lithuania, another shocker probably, at least for us.
For us, it's a shocker to not beat
Italy
depleted
twice.
Italy.
Man,
very depleted when we have almost everyone. And we lose to them after having a 20, how many point lead did we have in the third quarter?
Double digits.
Or second quarter, yeah. I don't remember what.
First quarter, yeah.
First
11.
quarter, yeah, double-digit lead. You build a lead again, double-digit lead at the end as well. 3 minutes or so left, and then you
just forget about making substitutions and stuff, and just making calls. You
make your NBA prospect star, or let's say the guy that generated a lot of hype, Matas Buzelis, into a spot-up shooter in the corner, which I didn't get. Like, you can use his athleticism, his cutting, or whatever. Like, he can play with the ball. But anyways, this team is now in a very tough spot because they merged with a potentially more difficult competition than they were with, and now they'll be facing Serbia, Turkey,
and Bosnia
to
come out 3-3 out of this group with Iceland, Italy, and Great Britain is a disaster, just like for Greece actually. But the good thing for Greece is that they are not facing Turkey and Serbia and Bosnia in the next stage. They lost to Italy twice, which means they must surpass Italy basically to qualify, or to expect Serbia to start losing all the games.
Or Italy.
And
Turkey you cannot.
If you want to surpass Italy, you need to win at least 3 times in the next stage with all this group, and to expect Italy to drop a lot lot of games. I think you need to win at least
4 times. But
just to surpass Italy, you need to win 3 times. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that Italy won't win games.
And also, Italy has the direct advantage now by winning the 2 games against you. So.
And they won against Lithuania. I checked their roster from the last Eurobasket. They didn't have Meli, Fontecchio, Saliu Niang, Payola, Darius Thompson, Mohamed Diouf, and Spiso. The 7 guys who played the majority of minutes of that national team weren't present. And this freaking Lithuanian team didn't manage to win that game.
Yeah.
To me, it was,
but
I don't know the right word, miscoached or whatever, but it was a coaching disaster that happened and had this collapse in the fourth quarter just throughout the entire game and stuff. It was a disaster. I hope Lithuania will make a coaching change, because the tendency is there. It was not just a bad luck out of the first qualifying group. It was a tendency of losing and dropping some games against Iceland and Italy.
Yeah.
So it's
almost
over.
losing to Great Britain in that last second.
It's over. You're playing Tubalis, drop defense when he's your center. You're not playing Valanciunas in the fourth quarter. Buzelis there's no idea how to utilize Buzelis.
How to tell these are the only games Donatas actually watched. There's details in your analysis.
The only game that matters to me so much
Yeah, I
because
know.
we might be missing the World Cup. And the only positive thing is that we're not playing both Serbia and Turkey in August window. We're just playing Turkey, which means that we can try to beat Serbia during the season because they won't have Nikola Jokic, Nikola Jovic, and Bogdan Bogdanovic. So it gives us a slight advantage or slight hope to get those Serbians.
But Serbia did their job too. You must say that in this window they needed the 2 wins. They were 2-2, and now they're 4-2 in a much better spot. They can definitely beat Italy and get ahead of them. I would see them actually doing that. I would see them during the season. I don't know when they're playing the Italian team. They're playing in the August window. So if Jokic is there, I think
he is there. He wants to play. Bogdanovic will be there as well.
So I think this is where Serbia goes in front of Italy. I think then it's going to be between Italy and Lithuania for the last spot. And I think Turkey also, we must mention with Şengün, I think they pretty much have the ticket to the World Cup. And that's it for that group.
Hey, and they're not just on top of the group. They're just on top of basketball.
Yes.
Serbia see themselves at the top of basketball world. Let them think that. We're the ones at the top. Ergin Ataman. What do you think about that?
Can you actually write in the comments what you think about this statement from Sir Ataman? Because I'm very curious. And lastly...
What do you think about that, though? About this statement?
Okay, there's some truth to it. They won against them, right? Like, they finished second in the Eurobasket. They won
beat
against
Serbia.
They won in the group stage, I think.
Yeah.
That one big game where... But Bogdanovic wasn't there.
Bogdanovic wasn't there.
But Jokic got kind of dominated by Şengün, you could say,
Bogdanovic
that one
wasn't
game.
there. And it was a close game.
It was a close game.
Bogdanovic is the heart and soul of that team.
Yeah.
So to come out with this statement,
So you're
coach,
against
it was a good 2-year stint, and I'm actually happy for Turkey because they always had a solid roster, and now Şengün is maturing. It's a pleasure to watch them play. The way they played with Larkin, with all these guys, we fell in love with. Sarmush Gazer, Sipahi, Chedi Osman was amazing, Osmani was amazing. It was a pleasure to watch. But we're talking about a 2-year stint.
That's true. It's only 2 years.
There was no Turkey and Paris Olympics that we all enjoy Serbian playing, by the way. There was no Turkey in the World Cup of 2023. So it's a good 2-year stint, coach. And you can call me old school, but like if you're great at what you do, you don't need to tell people that you're great because they will be already talking about it. So
I mean,
sorry, I'm old school.
It won't leave him. Like you can take Ergin Ataman out of Panathinaikos, but you can't take Ergin Ataman out of basketball. This is gonna happen. Sorry. And finally, Group K. Not really any surprises per se. Germany is coming in with a 5-1 record, so they are at a very good spot. Croatia with 5-1 actually surprisingly good as well, because we know now they had a great roster again, but usually they don't perform. Here they have a legit chance
they won
to make
by
the World.
73 points against Cyprus.
Well, Cyprus though. It's
Wow,
Cyprus.
73 points.
Remember Cyprus from Eurobasket? Everyone was crushing them. Poland leading that group.
Kudos.
6-0.
Wow, 6-0. That's solid. Okay, their group wasn't that strong, but they're making their way to the World Cup. It's amazing.
And the only, let's say, team that I'm looking at and I'm thinking trouble is Israel, because obviously in the World Cup, you want as many stars as possible. Last season, Deni Avdija showed that he's a legit NBA star, I think. Not a superstar yet, of course, but maybe a brewing star to maybe become a superstar in the right conditions. And I think missing him from the World Cup would be a bit of a shame, because he's a great player.
Otherwise, but this is the least exciting group because we have a clear top 3. I don't see Latvia recovering because they won't have Kristaps Porzingis during the season. The only hope Israel won't have Deni Avdija. There would be a hope to see Croatia having Hezonja going to the NBA, for instance, and having no Zubac and Hezonja during the World Cup qualifiers.
Is back to Europe, though.
Yeah, I think that team prefers Hezonja over Šarić. But anyways, I don't see any excitement in this group. I think we have a clear top 3 teams heading to the World Cup.
I agree. Yeah, let us know what you thought about these FIBA windows and what do you think about FIBA windows in general. Maybe you hate them like Donatas does. And like and hype this video. And also don't forget to check out our app, BasketNews app, that's been updated. And now you can browse much more smoothly and catch up with all the news. See you next time.